It's been a couple days since the Unrivaled one versus one on one, as they call it now. Today they call it 1v1. It's one on one basketball tournament was announced. They have pods that were announced, and they have basically told you how this is going to roll. And for lack of better words, it doesn't make the most sense to me. But that just goes par for the course for a lot of things that continue to not make sense to me when it comes to what is done in Unrivaled. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Coming Out of the Podcast. I'm your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont, Rudy the Hammer, where we talk facts over feelings. Welcome back to everyone who's been here before, all my ranters. Appreciate y'all. Like the video, leave a comment, share it. And for those of you who are new, I appreciate y'all. Jump on board, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts. So the one-on-one tournament has been announced. They have decided to divide this into 4 pods. This pod thing that they do is just odd to me. You could just as easily have broken it down into 1 to 30 and have the first 2 seeds get a bye. They want to make this inclusive of fan votes, so the fans vote on the best players in the pods, and they decide who will be seated where. One notable missing player is Angel Reese, as she has exercised a good business decision, in my opinion, and opted out of this thing. She is not going to subject herself to being embarrassed publicly in a one-on-one tournament where her game just does not fit. I give her credit. I'm glad she's not doing this because I think she would have totally exposed herself even more than she's already done with her individual skills. That said, a majority of bigs have opted out of this thing. Brittany Griner is not playing in this thing either. Neither is Stephanie Dolson. So these are players that know the reality that this type of setting is not going to work for them. They are too slow or too unskilled. When it comes to Griner and Dolson, they're too unskilled. When it comes, I'm too slow. When it comes to Reese, she's just too unskilled. And if you look at the players, there's 3 more who are not playing in this thing. Let me see who it is that's not playing. Um, Courtney Vandersloot is not playing in this thing. She would be one who's too small and too slow. That's another one. Who else? Alyssa Thomas. Is she playing? Yeah, she's playing in this thing. Although who the hell knows? She's injured right now. Let's see who else is out. Cam Brink is not playing. She is hurt. You know who's also not playing? Sabrina Ionescu. I think Sabrina Ionescu. This is on the same at the same time as the NBA All-Star weekend. So I think that's probably why she would not be playing in this thing. That said, they have announced it, and you have pods that are broken up as follows: Shakira Austin, Ray Burrell, Natasha Cloud, Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, Azare Stevens, Alyssa Thomas, and an 8 seed bye. Whatever. Pod B, Nafisa Collier, Tiffany Hayes, Ryan Howard, Lexi Hull, Rakea Jackson, Katie Lou Samuelson, Courtney Williams, Jackie Young. Pod C, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ka Copper, Aaliyah Edwards, Alicia Gray, Marina Mabry. How is she going to play? She's still injured. Kate Martin, Brianna Stewart. Oh, yeah, Natasha Heidman's also not in this thing because she just got here. Dejanay Carrington, Skylar Diggins Smith, De'Erica Hamby, Kevin McBride, Enrique Gumbawale, Satu Sabali, Brittany Sykes, and an 8 seed bye. Right now, Dejanay Carrington's injured. She's not playing in games. But now, in 2 weeks, she's going to be ready to play a one-on-one thing. Who else? Marina Mabry, been out the duration so far. Is she going to be all of a sudden ready to play a one-on-one thing? Jackie Young just got back. She has an issue with her knee, and now I believe she got hurt again. Let me see what her injury is, because I don't know what happened. They had her come off the floor, and I don't know what actually happened to her in that situation yesterday. Um, we'll figure it out though. I'm not taking the time to look it up at the moment. And then you have Alyssa Thomas, who's currently out. So This could get messy, man. This could get honestly messy because of the injuries. You have the buys, the whole nine. The fans vote. They determine who the number one seed is, seeding 1 through 8. And then obviously there's a buy for 2 of these pods. And they wanted to divide the talent. Let's be real. This one-on-one tournament should not include every player. It should probably include about 12, but they wanted to make this or 16 max to do 30 players. I don't agree with it. That's one. But if all things remain the same, I think it's clear in Pod A that Alyssa Thomas probably wins that pod if she plays. In Pod B, Nafisa Collier is going to roll through people in that pod. In Pod C, I like Brianna Stewart more than likely to win this pod. She just has the size over everybody. Like it's funny how it's so even, but yet there's only 2 players of Stewart's size, and she will blow right by them because they're just too slow in Aaliyah Boston and Aaliyah Edwards. And then I think Alicia Gray could be a dark horse in that one if she gets hot from the perimeter. And then Pod B, this is probably the most even pod. I would think that Kayla McBride is probably the best player in the pod. De'Erica Hamby has the size and the skill. So I would look at McBride or Hamby as the favorites to come out of that pod. Sabli's in that pod, but she's too slow in my opinion. And that's that. Now the rules. The rules. There's a first and second round, quarterfinals, semifinals will be single elimination. And the games are played to a winning score of 11 or to 10 minutes in length, whichever is reached first. The finals will be a best of 3 series, also with a winning score of 11. The clock will not stop for the duration of the game. There will be a 7-second shot clock for each possession. So a lot of times you see today in one-on-one games, you have on these like influencer channels or whatever they are, creator content channels, they do like a 3 dribble or a 4 dribble thing. This is a 7-second thing. If this was someone that, let's say, was Shaq in the NBA in his prime, I don't care what happens. Shaq would win this in his sleep because Shaq had the quickness, the agility, and the size to dunk the ball inside of 7 seconds every single time. And he would never give the ball up. Now, with women's basketball, it's a little bit different. They're a little bit slower. They don't have the physical ability. They're not skilled enough. They're not fast enough. So 7 seconds, if Brittany Griner had some level of ball handling and some speed, Brittany Griner would win this thing easily, but she doesn't have that ability. Now, if it's a make it take it situation, so you make the shot, you get the ball back. How they determine who gets the ball first, don't know. I guess maybe they'll flip a coin, maybe they'll do high seed. I don't know. They haven't put that in the rules. Like I said, they give out rules. This is one of the things that Unrivaled does, and they just don't give enough information. So you're left to speculate. Is this game being officiated by an actual referee? Or is this game going to have you calling your own fouls? Is there a foul limit? Are they going to get free throws like they just did the other day to determine a game where Skylar Diggins-Smith wins over gets the win for the Lunar Owls over the Laces and with a free throw, which we all know is a horrible ending to these games. So there's so many things that are in play. We don't know. But here is what's ridiculous. It's a game to 11. They're going to be playing 2s and 3s. You make it 2, it's 2 points. You make it 3, it's 3 points. So if you have someone like a Kayla McBride get hot, she could drop 4 threes in a row and the game is over. 12-0. Real talk. Like, what? You should be playing 1s and 2s, not 2s and 3s. These games could be ultra fast or ultra terrible. You don't know. And that's where the foul thing comes into play. Because if you're calling your own fouls, you're going to see these players mugging each other. If there's not a limit on fouls, they're going to mug each other. They're playing for money, people. So February 10th, the first round begins. 14-game single elimination. True TV will air the first session of the first round from 2 to 4. TNT and True TV will air the second session of the first round from 7 to 9 on February 11th. Second round and quarterfinals, 12-game single elimination. True TV will air both the second round and quarterfinals from 7 to 10. I think that's a mistake. It should not be on True TV. You should put this on TNT, unless TNT is preoccupied with something else. I don't know. February 14th, the semifinals and finals, single elimination and best of 3. TNT and True TV will air the semis and finals from 7:30 to 9. The first ever one-on-one champion will be crowned. The prize is split as follows. The winner gets $200,000. Each club mate of the winner gets $10K each. That's pretty cool. I gotta say, that's pretty cool. The runner-up gets $50,000. The semifinalists get $25,000 per player that does not advance to the finals. I gotta be real. This like everyone gets a prize type of situation here. You're gonna have 1, 6, 7, 9 players get prize money here. I think it should basically be you win it, you take all. And I think that the club mate thing is cool. I do. Because you're gonna have people cheering hard, right? When they otherwise probably wouldn't care if they're not in the championship. If they're not in the championship. I think it should be $300K to the winner, nothing to the loser, and $10K to everyone that is on the team. I think that's even better. Semifinals, you lost. You shouldn't be getting any prize money. That's just my opinion. But that's how they're breaking it down. Again, is there a referee? Will there be free throws? All these things. I am still asking the question because you don't see it here. You don't know. You just don't know. And they leave this stuff so open. They just don't tell you. And I wish they would. I wish they would. They announce this and they don't tell you all the rules. If there is a referee in this thing, people, if there is a referee in this thing, I'm going to ask this question. We just saw Angel Reese get ejected. If a player goes off on a ref, can the player get a technical foul and or get ejected from a one-on-one game? I've got to know the answer to that one. These are the questions that I've got for you, and you didn't think about these questions. The rules, questions. I need these questions answered, people. I need them answered. I want to know about these fouls because I have a feeling this could turn into these games could turn into football games that end up 5-3, 5-2, 4-2, 6-2. I just think the 2 points and 3-point thing is just these games can either end really, really fast or take the 10-minute limit. I got no problem with that. I got no problem with the 10-minute time limit. I got no problem with the running clock. I have zero issue with that. But we got to know about fouls. We got to know about fouls. Because imagine it's, I don't know, let's say it's 9-9. Let's say it's 9-9. And you're to 11, right? And go to the basket. Hammer him. You can't make the shot. Get the ball back. If there's no free throw, get the ball back. Okay, let's do this again. I'm going to hammer you again. Okay. Let's say now you miss. I get a rebound. I come back. You're going to hammer me now. Like, this is bread we're talking about, people. 200,000 for the winner. We're fighting for this money. Like, there ain't no friendships here. There's no friendships in this shit. I'm coming to fuck you up. I'm going to leave you planted on the fucking ground. What happens if I foul somebody hard enough that they can't play anymore? I know it sounds dirty and dirtbaggish, but we're talking about 200 bands here, people. 200 bands. Man, I'm coming for your head. So I hope there's some type of foul situation here because what we've seen in these games with the 6 fouls per player is they take hella fucking liberties on people. They foul like mad. Yes, are there free throws? Sure, but they foul hard. They foul a lot. We shall see. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to know what you've got to say because I'll play for 200 bands and we don't have a rule on fouls. I'm taking your goddamn head off every time you go to the basket. Period. Period. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate y'all. As always, like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment. This is Rudy's Rant. We talk facts over feelings. Come on now.